Right, today we're talking to James Gray following the Saints' 2-2 draw on Bank Holiday Monday with Hemel Hempstead Town at Clarence Park. A dramatic game, Jim. First minute we were ahead. By half time we're down to 10 men. Hemel drew level with a penalty that calls for sending off. It could have gone either way after that, but I couldn't see Hemel getting level when they actually did get it.
Yeah, it was a good goal, to be fair, from Jammers. I think Lockie's position got a little bit tied up with him, but Jammers has moved the ball well there and hit a good strike, which is unfortunate because, do you know what, I think for once in a game this season we probably deserved the full 3 points today. I thought we, each to a man, were outstanding, and especially going down to 10 men for such a long time, we didn't look too flustered, and the boys put in a real shift, and I'm disappointed for them that we didn't get the full 3 points. To lose 2 points so late on again against Hemel is it's one of them things. It's tough to take, but I'm just pleased with the overall improved performance today, and at last we give our fans something to look at and think, you know what, we're not that far off. And I keep saying that we've matched a side there, the fourth in the league. They've won 4 or 5 games this season, and I thought we were the better side. Their management have said that we were the better side today, and I think we fully deserved 3 points. But it's a point close. You know, we've got another one on the board, and we're going to run our games now with a little bit of confidence, hopefully.
Sensational start. Simon Thomas put us ahead in the first minute, but he really could have wrapped the game up for us by half time. He had 2 other chances to give us a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, I think he's hit the post, he won, and yeah, I can't remember the other one, but yeah, he
did it the wrong way.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was a great ball in. Now that's, you know what, he's took a bit of criticism, Tomo, but he got himself into positions to at least score the goals or get opportunities today. So he took his first goal really well, and he was tough for him. You know, we know exactly what he's a big target man, and today, especially when you go down to 10 men, he's had to do a lot of work and trying to keep things up the top end for us and win a lot of flicks, and it's a physical sort of game for him. But yeah, I thought it was a much improved performance from him today as well, and I'm pleased for the lad to get on the score sheet. At least there's another one on the score sheet rather than just relying on Theo all the time.
It was the first time we've gone that far into a season, only one player's name on the score sheet, and it is still our lowest points total after 7 games, but we'll skirt over that. We're sending off right on half time. It looks like he did have his arms around the players, but was it a goal scoring opportunity?
Well, he's running through to Welsh, there's no two ways about it. I don't think the referee gave us anything all day long, and it looked like he was always trying to give him something. He was always giving us a free kick or booking our players for the most ridiculous of things, you know. He said it to me at half time, because I was questioned a couple, and Combs he got booked in the first half there, and he said, well, if he didn't win the ball he would have been sent off. If he's won the ball, why is he even getting booked? Crazy decision. Chris has been down here a few times, and we don't really get the rubber to green from him quite often, so I don't know whether he's got a grudge against the club myself, because he has sent me for an early shower in my career, so there may be something in that, I don't know. But you know what, when things are going against it, I said to the lads in there, things are tough. When things are going against you, you have to try and find a way of doing something, and today everything went against us other than us obviously managing to get a point out of the game.
We picked ourselves up from the sending off. Kevin Cran's first start for the club, and what a cracking goal to put us 2-1 up. Yeah,
great ability. You know, he's had a great touch there and slammed it in the roof of the net. I thought he had a great game today. You know, he looked like he's got a bit of energy. I don't think he's 100% fully fit yet, but we're so stretched at the minute. We've lost another 2 players before the game today, so it wasn't really a risk. I know what kind of ability he's got. I've seen him in training this week and saw enough on Saturday at Chelmsford to suggest that he's going to be an asset for us. But he never stopped running. He worked his socks off, and I'm pleased for him to come in there and get on the score sheet. And you can see he's got good footwork, and he could be a good quality signing for us, you know. And especially with the younger lads, you know. We started with him, Gus, and Jack Green in our midfield today. Average age of 18, 19. They're all young lads, and they gave us a good impetus, you know. They got plenty of legs and energy about them, and I'm pleased for them.
It's quite a dramatic change from Saturday. 5 changes, right? A couple of them were forced by injury. You must have hummed and hawed about that.
Well, it's been difficult, yeah. We had to wait until 1:30 today to be able to name the squad, because we're waiting on Scotty Thomas's fitness and Luke Allen. I brought Benny back. I purposely left Benny out on Saturday as well to bring him back to do a job on Oliver Hawkins today, because he's a real handful for them, and they play a lot through him, and he's very physical and good in the air. But I thought Benny was outstanding today. He was immense. Obviously, he didn't win everything against him, but he managed to shackle him, and I don't remember him too many times getting free in the box and having free headers and things like that. So I'm pleased with Benny, because he takes a bit of criticism himself. He's an experienced player, and he brings the best out of players in and around him. defensively, again, I thought we looked all right. I mean, even down to 10 men, we weren't getting overrun, and they weren't bombarding our goal. So we've got things to work on, obviously, but we've got a good platform, and like I say, we have got a good squad. And once we find the right formula and we get settled with what we actually, it's difficult. We're still learning about players, really, and to learn on the job, you can get yourself unstuck in some games. But we need to just stay faithful. We need to stick with it. The fans need to keep behind us and keep going, because I'm sure they've seen enough today and in one or two of the other games to know that we're not far off, but it might just take a couple more tweaks until we get it right and we can get on a good run of wins.
You mentioned the excellent goal which Hemel Lowe got for Hemel, but we could have won it after that. Terrific move. Ball eventually come across the lead chapel and he completely scuffed it wide.
It's a great move and a great run from Chaps. He was worked tirelessly up and down today. It was hard work. He was getting doubled up a lot of the time as well, but it's just the way we're going at the minute. It's just our season. Things are just not quite clicking into gear, and if he'd have stuck that one in, it would have been superb, because it would have been a deserved victory in my eyes. But the lads have got a little bit of confidence from that. We're upbeat. I think we go away to Margate, is it, next week? No easy game there. So we need to patch ourselves up, get a couple of lads back from injury. They're not long term, I don't think. There might be a week or 2 weeks for Luke and Scotty Thomas, but there may be something we do in the transfer market this week as well, and just try and bolster the squad coming up with a big run of games, and obviously the FA Cup, which is so important to a club at our level.
Some similarities here to last season. We went through a bad run at the start of last season after we had a run of 3 wins. Then we got a 2-2 draw down here, and it gave us something to build on, and we went on a little good run again. Now looking at Margate and Truro coming up, and Basingstoke, 3 sides like ourselves, not made the best of starts. Yeah,
well, I think that's the position we're always going to be in at St Albans. It's very rarely that we're going to be able to have the tools that we think is going to be able to make an ascent straight to the top of the league to start the season, because the players we're in the market for, 9 times out of 10 go elsewhere because of extra financial money that they can get. So we're sort of always chopping and changing and trying to find a formula. We're bringing players in from leagues below. We're trying untried sort of youngsters that get released at 17, 18 from pro clubs. So I think it's just where we're always going to be for the meantime, But like I said, we need to stay faithful. We need to stick together. I've gone on record this season. I've slated a couple of the boys and a couple of performances, but deep down, them lads know in there that I'm fully behind every single one of them. I've got faith in every single player that I put on that pitch, which showed today again. We brought Dave Lonking in, stick him in midfield. We've got some young lads at this club that will get their opportunities if other players aren't performing, and we need to get a little bit of consistency. Today would have been great if we'd have got the 3 points, but we didn't, so we have to go to Margate next week and get the 3 points there. It's as simple as that, but I've seen enough to suggest that we can do that.
You mentioned Luke Allen and Scotty Thomas almost fit for today's game, so presumably they should be okay for Margate. But Steve Wales, he's still waiting for a scan, and Sam Corcoran, he's been told he needs an operation, and obviously Danny Green's still going to be out for a while. Yeah,
we've got a couple of longer term injuries, but we've got a couple of shorter term ones too. But I mean, you know yourself, every season it's the same. You get players get injuries, and that's part and parcel of why you try and have a squad and why you try and have a development squad underneath that you can try and blood and bring through as well. Yeah, it is what it is. We've got a squad of players, and like I said, what did you say? We said we've changed 5 players from Saturday. We did that sort of towards the end of last season. We had a bad result away at Stortford and changed it and went on and won 4 games. So we're just trying to find the right formula, the right remedy to pick up the maximum points in games, and we were a little bit closer to getting that today than we were in the last couple of games, I think.
I've just got one question. Is earlier last week you said you wanted a bit of fight from the boys. Yeah. Did you get that today?
I think so, especially going down to 10 men, but that helps you a little bit in that department, because you realise that you're up against it anyway. And I thought Combs in the midfield was outstanding. Gus got around, and everybody put in a shift, and I said that in there, and that's the minimum requirement at Conference South level of football. You get decisions go against you, you get officials that get quite a lot wrong, but if you keep your own end of the bargain, you get your job right. And for me, and I've said it umpteen times, and players are going to either they're going to have to shape up and listen to what I'm saying, or they literally will be moved out, because the minimum requirement for me is for them boys to come off that pitch, win, lose or draw, and they've given me everything, blood, sweat and tears, and if they do that more often than not, we can go home happy, and I definitely got that out of them today.
You spoke of a potentially game-changing transfer coming in this week. You still working behind the scenes on that?
Still working, yeah. There's a couple maybe as well. I'm trying to get the backing from the club, and obviously the chairman's trying to back us, because we're coming into a big moment now. I mean, we're 7 games down the line, we've only got 2 points. So, yeah, brilliant, great performance today. But at the end of the day, we're still 2 points from 7 games, which is not good enough in my eyes. And there's a few things that we can change, hopefully. And if the right players are available, which I know it is, I just need the backing from the club to be able to go and do that. And I'm sure that the players that I'm talking about will enhance what we've got. And we've got a big run of fixtures coming up, and like I say, it's imperative that we've got something settled for when we go into the FA Cup, because whatever the draw is, we want to try and maximise what we can out of that. And if we can have a settled squad and some players that are available that I can bring in, then I think that'll be the way to go.
Is that backing from a club to increase the budget or to pay a transfer fee?
No. There's no transfer fees involved. It's not increase the budget. You know, I might have players that I can shift around, and you're always robbing Peter to play Paul at this level. But there's a couple of players that I've inquired about, and I may be able to try and bring in here. And like I said, if today's game would have gone the way that it has done for the last 2 or 3, then it would be a no-brainer for me. It gives me a little bit of a headache now, because some of the boys that I'm talking about that may be sort of moving around, or maybe trying to dual reg or something like that, they've given me a headache. And today the lads that were out there performed admirably, and these are the lads that I'm talking about may go on the back burner, or I may try and do something this week if the club allow it.
Lovely, thanks so much, Jim. Just a reminder then, 2-2 draw with Hemel Hempstead today. Saints next in action Saturday the 5th of September. I think it's Hartsdown Park, is it, where Margate play. National League South. Kick-off is at 3 p.m.